my name is Dana. Welcome to our English podcast, Giant Peach. Inspired by Roald Dahl's James and the Giant Peach. It's about a magical peach that takes its characters all around the world, and it sparks little miracles along the way. Come join us as we explore how education is changing in both the East and the West, sharing ideas, asking questions, and thinking about what the future might look like. Students with special needs, in your classes, it could be in your Danish, it could be in your art class, or even English. How do you try to understand them?
Today we seem to focus a lot about mistakes, that people are not right, they don't fit in. It's more the process than the result.
But why
that
the
matters.
process should be that important?
At this school, I think we have some of the best leaders, some of the best leaders that I have ever had, because I feel safe. I can go and tell them if there's something that I don't feel sure about, and you can only push a child when it's ready. And you have to find out when there is some sort of development taking place.
Hi Tina, very nice I can get to know you, and you are my teacher. Even it's only 6 weeks, I feel like I know you for a long time. I really have like a wonderful experience in this school. Would you like to say something to me about my evaluation? We can start from here.
Yes, and thank you very much for the nice words. My evaluation of you is that I think that you are very dedicated. It's clear for me to see that you have a very good communication with the students. They listen to you. They listen to you because you take them seriously and they want to perform their best. That's why I think that you'll become a very, very fine teacher.
Thank you. I also notice, even in this short period, I noticed some the students actually they actually didn't dare to say out loud in the class. Like, for example, after the group work, I asked some student, they said, I don't want to say it in front of the class. Then I said, it's okay, but we take it easily. But, I think I self also had this fear before. Then the last class, I noticed she actually, just raised her hand, and she's the one after the group talk. Yeah, that was really nice to know. Yeah, if you notice this difference.
I think that some of the students that will choose to work with visual art, some of them are very anxious. Some of them use arts for kind of therapy. Some of them have diagnosis, and it seems to me that it's, they can go deep into art, and maybe it's, they feel more comfortable and they feel insecure. And when they are performing art, when they are painting, when they are being creative, it seems like they're in the right moment, and they feel that they are good at something. And they would like to express themselves more visually than they will with communication, and that is why they find it hard to express themselves in a large group, but they would rather express themselves if they can perform some art by painting or drawing. It seems more natural for them, and it seems that they lose track of time, and they can just go deep into to being creative.
Yeah, I also notice, because in this we call it a common target for this whole education for art classes. That's one specific thing is very important is communication. Yeah, so for these students, what do you usually do to encourage them to express also in words, not only in the art form? Yeah.
I try to challenge them by asking questions for their paintings and their drawings. I would like them to try to express what they feel and why they are using, the different kind of colors they use, or and sometimes it's all in their head, and it's hard for them to express themselves with words, because they would rather use their pencils and using colors and being creative. So it's very hard for them actually to try to explain themselves, because it's all in their head.
Yeah, but I noticed one thing, like you are really caring about them. Yeah, also they feel very like safe around you. Like the whole class atmosphere is really nice. Like I instantly feel like I can smell it, I can feel it. Like it's very, very safe being there. Yeah, so people feel more secured in this, we call it like a little universe you kind of created for them. Yeah. For them, like, usually like they are good at, like, with their hands, right? Like with their hands. I also found like even maybe they have a little bit difficulty, maybe with socially or something. Yeah. But they are really like, gifted. Yeah. How do you think of that? Yeah.
It's funny, because some of the of the great artists that we have around in the world, they have sometimes some of them are more sensitive. Some of them are more, they need to feel secure and feel safe, and that is why it's very important to me to make that kind of environment, as you say. So because when they feel safe and when they feel everything that I do is okay, I can't make any mistakes, because in society today we seem to focus a lot about mistakes, that people are not right, they don't fit in. So it's very important for me to make the students feel that they fit in, that here is a space for them, and no matter how they feel like, everything is all right. And when they feel safe and secure, that is where you can see they blossom, because they will make some really, really beautiful art. So I think actually that visual art is very important in school today, and we don't teach enough in art. It seems to me that only thing that you can measure, like math and Danish, that counts. But I think that art is very important, because being creative is very important for human nature, that we can express ourselves.
Yeah, especially in the Danish society, like Denmark is so famous for their design, for the lighting system, for their furnitures.
Yeah.
Like actually, this is we call it like a soft skills. Like actually, really,
Exactly.
really like
Yeah.
they standing out like in the
Yeah.
whole world.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
And and that's why I think it's sad that we only teach it in one lesson or two lessons a week. I think it's not enough.
Yeah.
Because we need to be working on our creativity and our creative skills, because it is needed in the world today.
I also can just like kind of describe the picture, what it's like in China with the art, like how we look at it, what do we do about it. In China, in the school, actually, there are art classes, but they are not that focused. Nobody really talked about, hey, this school is so good at art. No, there's nothing about that. Almost also the academic area, like Chinese, English, math, science. Yeah, but art always kind of fall in the back. We never think it's an important thing. But the interesting thing is, a lot of parents send their kids to the hobby classes, like after school. They will send them like to some even like very professional, concentrated, maybe like a whole day you draw, you learn how to do sketch, because they really focus on the results. Because once you do it, you have to do well. The result is so important. also because even like the school maybe don't think arts as important, but this is can be extra point you can get to go to a better, like for example, high school. So this is kind of like a general picture in China, but I believe like some family maybe they also more like open to let the kids just enjoy the process. But how it is here? Yeah.
I think actually the mindset is almost the same in Denmark. We don't take art that serious. It's something you can do in your spare time. And I think it's wrong because I can really see a lot of students today that it's very important to them as being a human being that you don't always think about to learn Danish or math. It's also important for the human being to use your creativity. I think it's very important, and I think it's kind of neglected in Denmark.
Yeah.
To express yourself is very important as a human being.
Especially like with arts, like we use a lot of our senses, and this is what our kids is slowly kind of in a way it's kind of like ability kind of fading because we use a lot of screen time, like we don't have that much maybe time go to the nature to feel things,
exactly.
yeah, to smell things, to you let your eyes take in so much, yeah, only maybe all the pictures are from the computer, not from the real life, yeah.
Exactly.
But why do you think like all of a sudden Denmark is also reduce these hours? Is there have some press on the academic side with other subjects? What do they worry about?
I think that we always tend to compare ourselves to other nations around the world, and if we feel in Denmark that we are behind, it's sort of they panic, and then we have to focus on more reading because the Danish school children, they don't read enough. They are behind when we measure ourselves to with other countries around the world. But then we are very good at something else, maybe. But it doesn't seem to count. And I think it's sad because, as you said, it's very important to use our senses, and that's why we can invent things.
Yeah. But there's a good thing I notice. This art, like for example, you need to draw, this kind of thing. Actually, is also we call it like emerged in other course, in other subjects. For example, in math, in Danish, or the kids always draw something. Sometimes there's a draw and a write. Yeah. You also what other subjects do you also teach?
I teach in English and Danish.
Yeah. Even like you need to teach 3 subjects, right? And you because it's very different in China. You only teach 1 subject. You're very focused on this 1 subject. How do you feel actually you need to teach 3? Do you also think like sometimes you use a lot of like kind of art like work into other subjects?
I always try to see if I can combine art with Danish or in my English lessons. I think it's very important that you try to be more creative in all subjects. I actually think that in our school we are quite good at it, to combine creativity in our subjects. And I think that is because we are a science school, so that's why we focus on try to put some more, to play and to create. In our school, maybe more than in other schools. I don't know.
I can feel like this school is like as a whole. Like it has a really good atmosphere, like a working culture, study culture.
Yeah.
Like even like you think in Denmark maybe we don't read enough, and I found it's amazing you have a school library. Like in this like a small age, they need to learn how to go to the library. What like you need to be careful, like, don't like destroy things, don't like destroy this quiet environment. Also how to like, borrow a book, how to return a book, how to do as your Danish subject, they also need to do called a lesson lecture, reading like homework, right? So I found like it's quite a good system, like the kids get into the habit and they quite fond of reading. So why like would end up like the result like you think they don't read enough? Yeah, also a little bit surprised to hear.
I think that they read enough. I just think that we focus too much on results more than process when it comes to reading. But I actually think that I think right now there's a movement for also in our school that we look more at the process than the result. It's very important that the children, they would get to experimentize with a lot of things and not always the results. It's more the way we are looking at not I can't explain it.
Yeah. You just try.
It's more the process than the result.
But why the
matters.
process should be that important that we should have kind of like move from the result to the process now? Why the process has become so important? I have to say, in China we focus really on the result.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But it's more the way to get to the result that is that matters now.
Yeah, why?
Because that's where they use their creativity. And they will find out there may be more ways to get to the result. There's not only one way for getting to the results. Maybe there are more ways how to get there. And that's what's interesting.
Also, if we think about in the future, if we would talk a little bit bigger, right, with the AI technology, the result you can get it so easily, right? You punch in a question, the result come like in 2 seconds or 1 second. So I think what actually you mentioned, the process being different ways to get to the result, the creativity, maybe we can, it's not compete with our AI, but in a way, kind of like, develop our human nature in a way. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that's true, because always going faster isn't always the best way. Sometimes if we go slow, some new things will show up. And different kinds of ways of thinking. So I think we'll see more of this.
Yeah. I also noticed something. You as a teacher, you don't consider yourself, I know everything. Sometimes you tell the kids like, hey, I'm not good at this, like, but I will try my best to help you.
Yeah.
Like, in China, I think this is a little bit harder for a teacher to say, like,
Yes.
I don't know, like.
But I think
honesty.
I think honesty is also a way of preparing the school children for the world. To say that I'm not perfect. But I can't give you an answer today, but I'll find out tomorrow. I can give you an answer.
Yeah.
So it's also to tell them that I'm not perfect. I'm the teacher, yes, but I don't know everything. And I think it's more trustworthy as a human being to. Some would say that you're weak and don't be too honest. But I think it's important for me to be authentic.
Yeah.
Because that's real me. And yes, I know I will make myself more vulnerable, but I think if I can be vulnerable together with my students, I think that maybe they will feel it's okay sometimes to be vulnerable, because and to say that I'm not perfect. Because you'll reach out for other people, and I think it's very important that it will make you stronger in the long end.
Yeah, it's like me. I also feel safe, like to tell the teachers not my pronunciation to Danish, because I learned Danish a little bit late, right? Like as already 30 some years older, start to learn Danish. So some of the pronunciation, I cannot get it right away. Like it's so hard for me, especially like some of the vocabulary. So I also say to the students, like, I'm not really good at this one. Like, I'm learning more from you. And I also feel safe with my teacher. She said like, okay, Dana can also learn more. Yeah, I also get this like a culture, working culture, study culture, like I mentioned. I feel wonderful, actually. A school can do this.
Yes.
In a school. As a teacher, you can do this. Yeah. I also notice you also will be very frank, say to maybe some your leader, like, hey, I don't know this skill. Like, I need a course before I can help the students.
Yes.
How do you get to this stage? From when you know it will be okay? I say to my leader.
It's very important that you feel safe when you're around your leaders. And at this school, I think we have some of the best leaders. Some of the best leaders that I have ever had, because I feel safe. I can go and tell them if there's something that I don't feel sure about, and maybe if I need to, to increase some of my skills, because I know that they have my back. They will take care of me. They will help me. So I can, if I feel safe, they know that I will perform better as a teacher. So it's a win-win, actually.
Yeah.
Yes, and I know that they have a lot of faith and trust in me because they've told me. Yeah, I think it's all right, actually, as a teacher to be personal. You don't have to tell your students everything, of course. You're a private person.
Yeah.
But that's where, when you become a professional teacher, is when you know what is right to give your students, what sort of information, what would you like to share with them? Because if you are authentic person and you tell them, this is me and this is my limits, this is the way I want it, I think that the students will feel secure because they know exactly what kind of person I am and my limits. And I think that when students know, when they feel safe and secure, when they know exactly, their teacher well.
Yeah.
And that's why you have to give something for the students, else they won't get to know you.
Yeah. Now, Tina, thank you for this part. And the next part is more, we focus on like the kids or the students with special needs. In your classes, it could be in your Danish, it could be in your art class, or even English. How do you try to understand them? How do you try to really teach them the way they need it? How do you judge this? Anything is fine. Yeah, you can. Yeah,
it's very important that you don't. I don't think teach. I would rather say I would rather listen. Because when you listen to a child who has some difficulties, try to listen to them, try to make them explain how they feel, and when you listen, it's much easier to help them and to teach the right way for them, so they will listen to you. But you must listen. You can't just you're not the wisest person here. The teacher is not the wisest person. It's actually the child and also the parents. It's very important to listen to what the parents have to tell because they know their child more than I do.
Yeah.
So to be humble and to listen and to have respect, because the children who have some difficulties are going through a lot of things. It's very hard for them. So you have to step down and just listen.
Yeah. Now, except to listen, after you listen, you also maybe find some ways can work around them. Like we call it like a kærlig skåbe. Yeah. So a love, like you're out of love and you want to push him a little bit forward. How do you exactly do that?
to push a child, you can only push a child when it's ready. And you have to find out when there is some sort of development taking place. And I think only a child can develop if the child feels safe. So you must try to. It's not something you just. You have to work very hard on it as a teacher. The child needs to be able to rely on you in all different kind of situations. And when the child will let you know when it's ready, when there is some sort of development taking place, and when this is happening, then it's the right time for you to teach, and just small steps at a time.
Sometimes as a teacher, we could feel like we kind of give a lot of things. Yeah. How do you balance? You feel sometimes maybe your energy is go out so much. Like how do you kind of recharge yourself?
Like I recharge myself.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think actually I'm recharging together with the students.
Okay. Yeah.
Because if I feel that I'm successful with a student, and I can see some progress, that's when I feel recharged, because I can go home and I can say, maybe I didn't, maybe not all my students gained something very important today, but one student today gained a lot, and I can see a huge development. And that will make my day.
Yeah, it's like a rewarding.
It's a rewarding.
Yeah.
Yes. And that's a recharge. It's also recharging me for the next day.
Yeah.
And maybe it will be another student.
Yeah. Thank you, Tina. And at last, I would like, both of us, we think of 3 words. We can describe each other. You think you find 3 words for me to describe me. Also, I find 3 words to describe you. Yeah, we can just think for several seconds, and we can, when you're ready, we can say it.
I have one word for you. It just popped up in my mind.
Yeah.
Empathic.
Empathic.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
You're a very empathic person. Is that right pronounced?
Yeah.
I think it was.
Yeah.
And you're very. You have a lot of energy.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
And you make me want to perform my best. You make me want to perform my best, because you are very dedicated to everything that you do.
Yeah, it's really touching when I hear this. I also have 3 words. Yeah, I cheated a little bit because I thought about yesterday, but it just come to my mind right away. Anyways, yesterday, because when I prepared the interview, I think the first word I would like to give is kind. In Chinese, when we say kind, it's like water. It's kind of like, the water flow around me when I'm with you. I feel this atmosphere is the kindness. And the second, you are very supportive. Yeah, you support your students.
Now you make me cry.
You're so supportive, and when I did something, even myself, I didn't feel, wow, it's that a big work or something, but you value it. And this is make me feel, yeah, I can do it. I can do even better for my teacher. Not for you, also for myself. It's kind of like a natural, thing. Okay, sorry. Yeah. Now we're being interrupted with my alarm clock because I also need to go to the class to teach. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Also,
some of my colleagues would actually say that I'm too kind, and some of the children. Some children are not always kind to me, and I need to be more bossy.
Yeah, kind of like a little bit rough on them.
I have to be a bit more rough on them, but I can be rough. But it's not in my nature. I can really scream loud with my voice. Yeah. But if I do so, it makes me feel uncomfortable, and it will show some sides of me that I don't like. And I will not have my day. It would ruin my day if I need to being very hard or very strict on a student. I would rather like to be kind. It's in my nature.
Yeah. Now when you say this, actually make me also realize, because sometimes I also feel a little bit confused. Am I too kind? am I too soft? Like you feel like maybe is it wrong? I think especially when things doesn't go that well, right? Things
But you
don't
will
go.
find your own way of being strict. You can be kind and strict at the same time.
Yeah, so we need to find our balance.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it took me 20 years of teaching. so I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yes, but I can be strict and kind at the same time. I have found my way.
Yeah. And also the last word I would like to give to is encouraging. Because you're supporting, the way you support people, you make people like feel encouraged. Yeah, like I actually can do more. So this encouraging is actually we call the kærlighetsgruppe. Yeah, it's a natural like push.
It's a push.
I feel comfortable
in the right way.
I feel when I reach that stage, I feel like this success coming to me, this satisfying coming to me. Even like we talk about process, we don't care about the result as much. Yeah, but when the result come naturally, you also value the result because you know how hard it get to it. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, thank you, Tina. Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you. It was so nice talking to you.
You're welcome.
So nice.